Well, Nepal's Central Investigation Bureau on Wednesday arrested 4 Chinese nationals for their involvement in the recent gold smuggling case. According to police statement, the 4 foreign nationals, including a woman, were apprehended from various locations of Kathmandu in an overnight operation.
Airport security is more than just a checkpoint. It's a place where unexpected and bizarre discoveries happen daily. From unusual contraband to strange smuggling attempts, airport security teams have encountered some of the most outlandish things.
4 Americans have been charged with attempting to smuggle about $10 million worth of cocaine into Australia through Melbourne Airport.
In this video, we'll talk about the 20 craziest and most unbelievable items ever found by airport security. What exactly did these security officials find at the airport? And how exactly were these discoveries made? Let's get into it. Man with 94 iPhones strapped to his body. First off, we're starting with a particular event that was both strange and crazy.
Smuggling in China, but he wasn't carrying drugs or guns when he set off metal detectors. Instead, customs officials found 94 iPhones strapped to his body.
A man in Hong Kong tried to smuggle 94 iPhones into China. He taped them all over his body, and because of that, he started to walk funny. But he didn't get caught until he walked through the metal detector, and that's when security stopped him and checked. And when they did, they saw the phones under his clothes. Smuggling like this happens because China sometimes gets new iPhones later than other places. People pay extra for early ones. This man wanted to make money but got caught instead. The phones were taken away and he didn't succeed. If you think this was crazy, wait till you see what's next on this list. 6 smoke grenades. This next airport security find is almost as crazy as the first. At Newark Airport, agents of the Transportation Security Administration, also known as the TSA, discovered 6 smoke grenades in a passenger's carry-on bag during a routine security check.
6 smoke grenades were found inside of a passenger's carry-on bag as he attempted to board a flight to the Dominican Republic.
Smoke grenades are not illegal to own, but they are banned from being carried on planes because they can be dangerous. They create thick smoke, which could cause confusion or panic in emergencies. The passenger did not argue and handed the grenades to a companion who was not traveling. After that, the passenger was allowed to board their flight without any trouble. Lipstick stun gun. This airport discovery isn't very different from that of the 6 smoke grenades we just talked about. This time, it was a lipstick stun gun. The thing about lipstick stun guns is that they look like harmless lipstick, but can shock someone for safety. The TSA discovered it during a bag check and reminded everyone about airplane safety. Stun guns are not banned on planes, but they must be packed carefully to ensure they can't work. It's important to follow these rules. The TSA also gave a reminder about carrying weapons like guns or knives. They need proper packing too. Gun-shaped toilet paper holder. Next, we have a man that packed something unusual in his bag, a toilet paper holder shaped like a gun. When he went through airport security, the TSA officers quickly stopped him. Even though it wasn't a real gun, it still caused concern because rules say items that look like weapons can't go in carry-on luggage. The TSA took it away, leaving him without his quirky accessory, spider footwear. While working one day, airport workers in the Philippines found 119 live tarantulas hidden in shoes. These shoes were sent from Poland and were supposed to be normal running shoes, but inside them, the spiders were hiding. These spiders are not just any spiders. They are special ones that people want to keep as pets because they are rare. The problem is, these spiders are also endangered, meaning there are very few of them left. This made it illegal to send them in the mail. When the airport workers found the tarantulas, they took them away. This caused serious problems for the people who tried to smuggle the spiders. They now face the law because of their actions. A fishy find. At Detroit Metropolitan Airport, something strange happened. Officials were going through luggage during a regular screening when they found a dolphin skull hidden inside. The person who owned the skull had planned to take it home as a souvenir, but the skull didn't get to travel with them. This was because there are important rules that protect animals and their parts. You can't just take things like this across borders without following the law. The authorities took the skull away because it was against the rules to transport such items without permission. Lots of lost heads. At an airport in Arkansas, officials found 60 human heads. These heads were being moved for medical use but had problems. They weren't labeled correctly, and there was no proof of where they came from. Even worse, they weren't kept cold enough. This made people wonder if the heads were taken legally and if they were safe to use for research. This strange and serious discovery caught attention and made everyone think about how we treat and use donated body parts. Tiger cub found in suitcase. At Bangkok airport, a tiger cub was found in a suitcase. The suitcase was being sent to Iran. Inside, the cub was hidden under a stuffed toy. But the cub wasn't sleeping. It was drugged. The people trying to send the cub were involved in the illegal exotic pet trade, where animals are taken from their homes and sold for money. The suitcase was checked with an X-ray, and it showed the cub inside. This saved the cub's life. Without this check, the cub might have been hurt or even died. The tiger cub was lucky, but many animals are not so lucky. Man with cocaine under his toupee. A man came to Barcelona airport from Colombia, but something was strange. His wig was too big and looked odd. Airport officers noticed and stopped him. When they checked, they found over a pound of cocaine hidden under the wig. The man tried to smuggle the drugs in a very unusual way, but it didn't work. His plan failed because the wig looked fake, and the officers were very alert. Over $1 million in gold bars. Next, we have the gold bars worth $1.2 million found hidden in a plane's bathroom at Kolkata airport. The discovery happened when workers were doing regular maintenance on a flight from Mumbai. They checked the bathroom carefully and found the gold hidden inside. Now, the authorities are trying to figure out who put the gold there. They think it might be connected to smuggling. This find has raised many questions. How did the gold get on the plane? Who was supposed to pick it up? Till today, the investigation is ongoing, and officials hope to uncover the full story soon. Cannonball. In 2012, an 18th-century cannonball accidentally caused a Florida airport evacuation. Airport workers found the cannonball and feared it might be dangerous. Old cannonballs, even centuries later, can still explode if they contain gunpowder. Cannonballs were used in old wars to attack ships or fortresses. Over time, they can become unstable. That's why experts handle them carefully. The Transportation Security Administration took no chances. They examined the cannonball and decided to destroy it to keep everyone safe. Tortoises smuggled over borders. In Malaysia, officials at Kuala Lumpur Airport found 330 rare tortoises hidden in boxes. The boxes were labeled stones to fool people. These tortoises came from Madagascar, far away, and were being smuggled. Smuggling means taking something secretly, usually against the law. These tortoises are very special because they are endangered. People wanted to sell these tortoises because they are worth a lot of money, but fortunately, they didn't succeed. Human skull in luggage. At Rome Airport, a German professor faced an unexpected problem. Inside his luggage, officials found a human skull. He had bought it at a market, thinking it was just an interesting artifact. He didn't know it was illegal to carry such items. Security quickly confiscated the skull and sent it for analysis to understand its origin. The professor was left confused and embarrassed by the situation. He didn't mean to break the law. This event shows how rules about transporting unusual objects like human remains can be tricky. Python inside PC. At Miami Airport, TSA officers found something shocking inside a computer hard drive: a baby python. A passenger tried to sneak the snake onto a flight to Barbados, but the airport's X-ray scanner caught it. The X-ray showed an unusual organic shape inside the hard drive, which raised suspicions. When officers checked, they found the snake carefully hidden. The snake was alive and posed a serious safety risk, especially on a flight. Smuggling animals this way can harm both the animals and people. The authorities took the python and stopped the passenger's plan. Gun hidden in a DVD player. Next on this list, we have something unusual that happened at JFK Airport. A man tried to hide a gun inside a DVD player. It was a 9mm handgun, and he thought he could sneak it through security. To make it harder to find, he wrapped the DVD player in aluminum foil. He probably believed the foil would block the airport scanners. But he was wrong. The airport scanners are very good at spotting hidden items. The gun was quickly discovered during the security check. The man was caught and arrested right away. Baby monkeys and lemurs found in suitcase. Airport workers in Russia found a suitcase that shocked them. Inside, they saw 5 tiny monkeys and 5 lemurs squeezed into small boxes. The suitcase came all the way from Vietnam. The poor animals were tired, scared, and unhealthy because no one had taken good care of them. This sad discovery shows how some people hurt animals by smuggling them to sell for money. These animals were treated like things, not living beings. It's a cruel act that makes them suffer. But there's a bright side. The airport workers stopped the suitcase in time. Thanks to them, the animals were rescued and saved from more pain. Wigs worth of gold. At Delhi Airport, a man tried to smuggle gold in a very strange way. He had hidden 686 grams of gold, which was worth about $37,000 under his wig. Not only that, but he also had capsule-shaped pouches filled with gold hidden inside his body. These pouches were tucked in his rectum, a place that would be hard to check. The man thought he could get away with this clever trick, but airport officials noticed something unusual. They searched him and found the gold. Dead birds found in passengers' luggage. This next crazy airport discovery happened at Dulles Airport. A passenger was caught trying to bring dead birds into the United States. They had packed these birds in packages that looked like cat food. This person tried to hide the birds by labeling them in a way that would make them look normal. But U.S. customs agents are very careful, so they quickly discovered the truth. They didn't allow the dead birds into the country because there are strict rules about bringing things like this in. It's against the law to bring dangerous or unusual items across borders. Woman smuggling fish in her skirt. A woman arrived in Melbourne, Australia, and she was acting a little strange. She was wearing a skirt, and when customs officers checked her, they heard some strange noises. It sounded like flipping or moving, and this made them worried. When they looked closer, they found out that she had live fish hidden in secret pockets inside her skirt. The fish were still alive and moving. The officers arrested her because what she did was against the law. Spanish police discover 2 migrants hidden in mattresses. This final airport incident happened in Spain. At the airport, the police found 2 young men hidden inside mattresses. They were being smuggled into the country. The men were trying to escape from places filled with war, poverty, and disaster. They thought this dangerous journey would give them a better life. Sadly, their story shows how desperate people can be when they have no other choice. Human traffickers are the ones who take advantage of this desperation. The men were hidden in the most unsafe way, inside the mattresses. So, which of these airport discoveries do you consider the craziest? A box of jewels. In 2013, a French alpinist was climbing a big mountain called Mont Blanc when he saw something shiny in the ice. He got closer and found a metal box. When he opened it, he was very surprised to see that it was full of beautiful jewels, like rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. These jewels were likely from a plane that crashed many, many years ago, in 1950 or 1966.
The story goes back to 2013, when a French mountain climber found a metal box on the Bousson Glacier off Mont Blanc. It's not unusual for climbers to stumble across debris on the mountain. 2 Air India planes crashed into Mont Blanc in 1950 and in 1966.
The plane was an Indian Airlines flight, and it had crashed on the mountain, but nobody knew about the jewels until this climber found them. The alpinist gave the box of jewels to the police because he knew it was important to find the rightful owner. But after a long time, they couldn't find the original owner or anyone who could claim the jewels. So the authorities decided to split the jewels. They gave half of the jewels to the climber, and the other half went to the people who owned the land where the jewels were found. The climber's share was worth $340,000. What a shocking stroke of luck, right? Glacier Girl. Up next, we have Glacier Girl. Glacier Girl is a World War II P-38 fighter plane with an incredible story of survival and restoration. In 1942, during the height of the war, this aircraft was forced to make an emergency landing on a glacier in Greenland due to severe weather conditions. The crew aboard Glacier Girl managed to survive the ordeal, but they had no choice but to abandon the plane on the icy surface, as taking off from the glacier was impossible. For decades, Glacier Girl remained lost, buried under layers of ice and snow, forgotten by most, and assumed to be lost forever. But, in 1992, after 50 years of being entombed in the glacier, a team of dedicated explorers finally located the aircraft.
And another flight today is completing a mission that began back in World War II. The year was 1942, and one of the fastest planes of that era, a P-38, was forced down in Greenland and frozen in ice. All thawed out, the Glacier Girl is finally on its way to Great Britain tonight.
They discovered that Glacier Girl was approximately 268 feet below the surface of the glacier, preserved by the ice that had kept it hidden all those years. The process of retrieving the plane was a monumental task that required careful planning and immense effort. The team had to dig through the thick ice to reach the plane, and once it was uncovered, they transported it back to the United States. The restoration of Glacier Girl took 10 long years. The plane had suffered great damage from being trapped in the glacier for so long, but thanks to the dedication of aviation enthusiasts and experts, it was meticulously repaired. In 2002, Glacier Girl took to the skies once again, 60 years after it was forced to land in Greenland. The sight of the restored aircraft flying again was great proof of the strength of both the plane and the people who worked tirelessly to save it. Yucca the mammoth. It's not uncommon to find strange animals in icy, cold regions, but this time, the animal that was discovered is very strange. The animal, called yucca, is a woolly mammoth found in Siberia in 2010 by local hunters. She lived around 39,000 years ago during the Ice Age.
The body of a mammoth thought to be more than 10,000 years old has been found in the Siberian frost.
Yucca's body was incredibly well preserved, with skin, fur, and even some muscles intact. This made her one of the best preserved mammoths ever discovered. What made Yucca even more special was the discovery of liquid blood inside her body. This blood showed that mammoths had a kind of natural antifreeze that helped them survive in the freezing temperatures of the Ice Age. Scientists were excited because it gave them new insights into how these ancient animals lived and adapted to their cold environment. After her discovery, Yucca was studied by scientists to learn more about the life of woolly mammoths. Eventually, she was put on display in Moscow, where people can see her and learn about this fascinating part of our planet's history. A baby mammoth. Surprisingly, Yucca is not the only mammoth that has been found hidden in ice. In 2022, a group of miners working in the Yukon region of Canada made an astonishing discovery when they uncovered a baby woolly mammoth, later named Nuncho Ga.
Preserved baby mammoth recovered in Yukon. Some gold miners in Klondike goldfields have found them. They were found in the area of tribal territory in Yukon, Canada. They named the baby mammoth calf Nuncho Ga, which means big baby animal.
This incredible find dates back over 30,000 years, and the preservation of Nuncho Ga is nothing short of remarkable. She was found frozen in permafrost, a thick layer of soil that remains frozen year-round, helping to preserve her body in nearly perfect condition. Unlike other mammoth discoveries that are often incomplete, Nuncho Ga is the first complete baby mammoth ever found in North America. Her body, including her skin and fur, has been preserved so well that it offers scientists a rare glimpse into the past. By studying Nuncho Ga, researchers are provided with a unique opportunity to understand more about woolly mammoths and the world they lived in during the Ice Age. The study of her remains can reveal valuable information about the climate, vegetation, and other animals that existed during that time. These discoveries not only enhance our knowledge of ancient species like the woolly mammoth, but also help us learn about the environmental conditions that shaped their existence. Nuncho Ga's discovery is more than just an exciting find. It is a huge scientific breakthrough that allows us to connect with a world that existed tens of thousands of years ago. The well-preserved state of her body enables scientists to conduct detailed analyses that were previously impossible with other, less complete specimens. As researchers continue to study Nuncho Ga, they hope to uncover more secrets about the Ice Age. A rhino's carcass. It seems like ice is some kind of treasure trove for animals, because just 2 years before Nuncho Ga was discovered, another amazing find was made in Yakutia, Russia. In 2020, a well-preserved woolly rhino was unearthed from the frozen ground. This rhino lived during the Ice Age, thousands of years ago, and its preservation was nothing short of remarkable.
A woolly rhino in a remarkable state of preservation has been discovered. The Pleistocene beast is now being studied by scientists at the Academy of Sciences of the Republic of Sakha, Yakutia. The frozen carcass was found in Abiski Ulus in August 2020.
The cold conditions had kept its internal organs, some of its fur, and even its horn in surprisingly good condition. This find was significant for scientists as it offered a unique opportunity to study an extinct species in great detail. By analyzing the woolly rhino, researchers could learn more about the animal's lifestyle, diet, and the environment it lived in during the Ice Age. These insights are invaluable, as they not only deepen our understanding of extinct species, but also shed light on how ice can preserve organic material for thousands of years. The discovery of this woolly rhino is more than just a glimpse into the past. It's a key to unlocking knowledge about ancient ecosystems and the creatures that once roamed them. Scientists are particularly excited about what this preservation reveals about the Ice Age, especially since it provides a real connection to a time long gone. The cold, harsh conditions that once posed a challenge to life have now become a goldmine for modern science, offering well-preserved specimens that bridge the gap between the past and the present. Each discovery, like the woolly rhino, helps to piece together the puzzle of Earth's history, showing us how life has evolved and adapted over millennia. These findings not only satisfy scientific curiosity, but also deepen our appreciation for the planet's rich and diverse history. Through the study of such preserved animals, we gain a better understanding of how the world has changed and what conditions were like during different eras. The woolly rhino is just one of many discoveries that continue to captivate scientists and the public alike, reminding us of the incredible mysteries that still lie beneath the ice. Gold. When glaciers melt, they reveal many hidden treasures, including gold. During the last ice age, glaciers moved across the land, picking up rocks and sediments, some of which contained gold. As the glaciers melted and retreated, they left behind these materials, often in remote and hard-to-reach areas. Now, with the ice melting, these gold deposits are becoming exposed. The gold found in ice is usually in small pieces or flakes mixed with other sediments, rather than large nuggets. Prospectors are becoming interested in these newly accessible areas because they offer a chance to find gold that has been hidden for thousands of years. But the melting of glaciers also shows the bigger issues of climate change and its impact on our planet. While discovering gold in ice might seem exciting, it's important to remember that the melting of glaciers has serious consequences for ecosystems, sea levels, and weather patterns worldwide. Antarctic ice holes. In 2017, a huge, mysterious hole called a polynya was discovered in the winter sea ice of Antarctica. This hole, known as a polynya, was especially strange because it formed far from the coast, right in the middle of thick ice.
UAE-sized hole opens up in Antarctica. Well, here's something you don't see every day. A nation-sized body of water known as a polynya has opened up in Antarctica.
Typically, polynyas are found closer to land, where ocean currents and winds can more easily break up the ice. The unexpected location and size of this polynya left researchers puzzled. It was roughly the size of the U.S. state of Maine, a large area to suddenly be free of ice in such a cold region. Scientists have tried to figure out why this polynya formed, and one theory is that it was caused by warmer, saltier water from the deep ocean rising to the surface. This warm water could melt the ice from below, creating the large open hole. But even with this theory, there are still many unanswered questions. For example, why did this happen in 2017, and why in that particular location? Some scientists think that climate change might be involved. As global temperatures rise, the oceans are warming, and this could lead to changes in ocean currents and ice formation. However, there is no clear evidence yet that directly links this specific polynya to climate change. It remains a mystery, and scientists are continuing to study the phenomenon to learn more. The presence of this polynya in 2017 also had potential impacts on the environment. With the ice gone, heat from the ocean was able to escape into the atmosphere more easily. This could influence weather patterns, both locally and perhaps even on a larger scale. That's not all. The open water in such a cold region could affect the ecosystem, changing the habitat for marine animals and possibly influencing the food chain. Inca children sacrifices. Believe it or not, some eerie discoveries have been found hidden in ice over the years. One of the most fascinating is the discovery of the Inca children sacrifices, known as the Children of Lula-Ilaco. In 1999, scientists found 3 well-preserved mummies on the top of Lula-Ilaco volcano in Argentina.
They were discovered back in 1999 on the top of a very high volcano, about 6,000 meters high, so it's obviously very cold up there. And there were 3 bodies found.
These mummies were the bodies of children who lived over 500 years ago, during the time of the Inca civilization. What makes this discovery remarkable is how well preserved the bodies are. The cold temperatures of the high mountain kept them almost exactly as they were when they died. The Inca children were sacrificed as part of a religious ceremony. The Incas believed that offering these children to their gods would bring good fortune to their people. They hoped for things like good weather for their crops, protection from natural disasters, and other blessings. The children were chosen for this ritual because they were seen as pure and perfect. They were not just randomly picked, they were given special care and attention before the ceremony. The scientists who studied the mummies found that the children were healthy and well-fed before they died. This fact shows how important they were to the Incas. The discovery of the Children of Lula-Ilaco gives us a glimpse into the religious practices of the Incas. It shows the lengths they were willing to go to in order to please their gods. The fact that they sacrificed children, who were so highly valued, indicates how deeply rooted these beliefs were in their society. Ancient viruses. Ancient viruses have been discovered in ice, particularly in the permafrost of Siberia.
Well, there could be many such viruses hidden deep within the permafrost. The permafrost is a permanently frozen layer.
One example is the 48,500-year-old Pandora virus, found in 2022. These viruses have been frozen for thousands of years, and while they are not harmful to humans, their discovery raises concerns. As the Earth warms and ice melts, there is a possibility that other ancient viruses, some of which could be dangerous, might be released into the environment. These viruses have been in a dormant state for millennia, meaning they have been inactive. However, once they are thawed, they could become active again. Scientists are studying these ancient viruses to understand them better and to be prepared for any potential risks they might pose. Monitoring and researching these viruses is important to prevent any possible future pandemics that could arise if harmful pathogens are released as the ice continues to melt. Ötzi, the Iceman. Like the Inca children, Ötzi the Iceman is another spooky discovery that was hidden in ice. Discovered in 1991 in the Ötztal Alps, on the border between Austria and Italy, Ötzi is a natural mummy.
Meet Ötzi, a unique look into our past. This is the perfectly preserved remains of a man who walked modern-day Italy around 5,300 years ago,
dating back to around 3,350 to 3105 BC. This makes him over 5,000 years old, and one of the oldest and most well-preserved mummies ever found. The cold conditions of the ice helped to naturally mummify his body, keeping his skin, organs, and even some of his clothes and belongings in remarkably good condition. Ötzi's discovery has provided scientists with a wealth of information about life in the Copper Age. His body showed signs of health problems, such as arthritis, and analysis of his stomach contents revealed that his last meal included grains and meat, suggesting a diet that was both diverse and rich in nutrients. DNA analysis showed that Ötzi was from southern Europe, giving insight into the migration patterns and ancestry of people from that time. He was also found with a copper axe, a bow, arrows, and other tools, which indicate that he was well prepared for life in the harsh outdoor environment. These items suggest that he was likely a person of some importance or skill, possibly a hunter or a warrior. The circumstances surrounding Ötzi's death add intrigue to his story. His body was found with an arrow wound, and the position of his body suggests that he may have been fleeing from attackers when he died. This has led to various theories about his life and death, including the possibility that he was involved in a violent conflict or was a victim of a robbery. The discovery of Ötzi offers an incredibly detailed and rare glimpse into the life of a person from over 5,000 years ago. From him, we learn not only about the diet, tools, and clothing of the Copper Age, but also about the challenges and dangers faced by people during that time. Ötzi's story is a unique window into the past, providing valuable information that helps us understand the lives of our ancient ancestors. Leave your opinions in the comment section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the following video shown on your screen. You will enjoy it.